Jihadi Fear.
Son of Osiris is a mythic age god power that allows you to turn your pharaoh into a much stronger unit. But exactly how powerful is Son of Osiris really? That's what we'll be covering in this video, so when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. I initially started testing and working on this video before I even had Age of Mythology Extended Edition, but I decided I would scrap all the footage I made and basically do it all over again in the Extended Edition. Son of Osiris has an extremely powerful lightning chain attack that deals hack damage. It is the most effective against large groups of enemies, but it seems to work well against a few enemies as well. The thing is, the lightning spread can sometimes be a little bit random and only hit 2 targets, while sometimes diagonally still hitting all 4 targets. It's a lot easier to see and understand when you test Son of Osiris on some buildings, but when units are moving around, the lightning seems to be a little bit random in which direction it goes and how many units it hits. If I attack this house, it only deals damage against 1 or perhaps 2 houses. If I attack this house, it takes an L shape and changes into 4 houses. Why is that? If I attack this house, it doesn't take a T shape and instead it hits 3 houses. If I attack the middle house, it seems to spread to the house diagonally behind it. And if I change my position to a different angle, it still seems to take the same route. This one's going to be a little more bizarre. I lined up a bunch of houses diagonally, and for whatever reason, when I kept attacking the first house, the middle house was not touched at all, and the other 4 houses were destroyed. That makes 0 sense to me. Why, when I'm attacking the first house, wouldn't it damage the first 4 houses and ignore the furthest away house in terms of damage, as the max amount of targets is 4? Instead it hits the first 2 and chains to the last 2, leaving the middle one untouched. Maybe someone in the comments down below can explain, but this is probably one of the strangest things I've seen in the editor. Can Son of Osiris take on a guard tower by himself? Well, yes he can, given that you aren't using a major god like Hades that increases the hit points of buildings by 25%. If that's the case, no, it won't be able to, and if you have all the upgrades, it won't either. So obviously it won't be able to take on a fortress by its own either. If playing against a Zeus player in regular Age of Mythology or Age of Mythology the Titans, you want to watch out, as Bolt can kill Son of Osiris. In the Extended Edition, Bolt does a bunch of damage but doesn't instant kill Son of Osiris. That is a big difference, and it's important knowing that if you are playing the base version or the older version, Son of Osiris can be instant killed with Bolt. One of the first tests I did was testing Son of Osiris versus Champion fully upgraded hoplites. Now, for whatever reason, the triggers have a weird way of working, and I needed to stack medium, heavy, and champion infantry on top of each other for it to work properly. So I did that later, and it seemed the amount of hoplites that were required to kill Son of Osiris were literally cut in half. Here are 5 hoplites fully upgraded fighting against a fully upgraded Son of Osiris. As you can see, Son of Osiris isn't that strong when left out in the open alone. What about 3 hoplites then? Well, 3 is just too little. What about 4 hoplites then? Will that be enough? Well, yes, that will be enough. That being said, in a player versus player scenario, when are you ever going to catch Son of Osiris late game in the open all by himself? I really don't see that happening anytime soon, unless you're playing against someone who is very, very stupid about his Son of Osiris. But in that case, would you even get to the late game? I'm pretty sure you'd have him beat by then. Also, for those wondering, 2 fully upgraded hoplites and 3 toxotes would be enough for Son of Osiris as well. Or 8 fully upgraded toxotes spread out so that they don't get chained down. Perhaps 7 if you place them a little better, but really, when is this going to happen? I just did it for fun. And I believe other civilizations will need a similar amount of units given that they are fully upgraded. Now, I made the same mistake with the triggers with the heroes, and at first I didn't test them with the proper health and attack bonuses that you would have in Age 4, because each age gives them 10% more damage and 10% more health. Without that bonus, well, only Polyphemus was able to kill Son of Osiris. With the right upgrades, it seems that Perseus is almost able to 1v1 Osiris, which is funny since all the heroes from the Greeks can be respawned if they do end up dying for a cost, and Son of Osiris cannot. Bellerophon also didn't have too many problems taking on Son of Osiris one-on-one, although he did lose a lot of health, and Polyphemus, being the big tanky Cyclops he is, had absolutely no issues whatsoever.
Happy Cyclops noises.
Now, if you're playing on a map with water, and those boats, keep Son of Osiris away from those boats. Just a friendly tip. Now, we've been a little mean to Son of Osiris here, but let's be honest. He excels at killing myth units and being used as a support unit against other armies, at the back of the army, chaining units down. He excels at killing bunches and bunches of myth units that are relatively weak. He struggles a little bit against fire giants, Hecagigantes, and Colossi though. Especially because Colossi are just extremely tanky once upgraded. The gold ones, just 2 of them, kill Son of Osiris by themselves. Hecagigantes also deals a bunch of damage, but when you have a group of Hecagigantes, they just keep punching him away in the air and it isn't very effective. As for flying units, once they do meet Son of Osiris, they will be decimated. They have very little defense against him, and even 10 Phoenixes will not do much against Son of Osiris. And that is because they have an area of effect attack, and they are better against buildings, of course. But yeah, it was worth testing. What about the Nidhogg then? Also being a god power unit, in this case a myth unit. Well, same thing as the Phoenix really. Flying unit, and it has an area of effect attack, and it isn't very well suited against fighting one single unit, especially not when that unit is a hero unit that has a bonus against myth units. Now, just for fun, how many Son of Osiris do you need to take on a Titan? Well, it's safe to say 4 won't cut it. 5 won't either. What about 7? Well, apparently you need around 8 because 7 of Osiris just didn't make the cut. The Titan was left on around 150 HP. Now, I know you could easily kite the Titan and get him that way, especially with units. That's actually a thing that is a thing. But just for this test, 8 Son of Osiris are required on their own, spread it out to kill a Titan. So, to sum it up, Son of Osiris is an excellent support unit for an army. He needs to stay at the back because his health is precious, and I would not want to let him die, because he is powerful as a support unit, and he can definitely make little battles a lot more favourable for your side. Now, I'm certain I'll get some comments down below mentioning how Son of Osiris can be used for PvP well, and I'd appreciate that, but keep in mind that these tests should be taken with a grain of salt simply because I cannot really test this against another player. Sure, I can show a PvP match, but it doesn't really show every situation where this could be used, and every game of Age of Mythology is different against a different player. So that's something I'll keep for a different type of video. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing what Son of Osiris is capable of and how weak he actually can be if he is left on his own somewhere without support units. If you'd like to see more Age of Mythology content, check out my existing playlist for a bunch of videos I've already curated, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see these videos inside your sub box. Peace.